G'day and welcome to episode 2 of Angel's Flyout tutorial series. Today we're going to be looking at landing gear door sequencing. Gear door sequencing, as you can see, is making all of these gear doors open and close when you want them to. It's the single press of one button in time with the landing gear. As always, this tutorial series is not for beginners, so I presume during this tutorial that you already have a good understanding of how the fundamentals and the basics of the game work. Now there's two different types of gear door sequencing that we're going to be looking at during this video that I'm going to be showing you how to do. That is doors that open and then close once the gear retraction or extension has completed, as well as doors that will stay open when the gear is down but will wait before closing after the gear has retracted. So you can see examples of this both on this aircraft, where the main doors here over the main gear will close once the gear has extended, and the nose will stay open but will delay once the gear has retracted. So if I extend the undercarriage, you can see all of these doors open, and once the main gear lock in place, the doors close and the nose gear doors stay open, as well as once I retract the doors, once I retract the undercarriage, those rear doors open, the front doors close after waiting for the gear to close, and then the main gear doors close back over it. So for this tutorial we're going to be making both doors on the nose gear of my Illusion 86 here. So what we want to do is you want to make the gear doors in their closed position. So when you make them, make sure that they're attached to the hinges and that they stay in their closed position. So first, let's make the doors that you're probably going to use the most often. Doors that stay down and delay when closing. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go up to the input screen and you're going to create a new input. Now I usually name this something like Gear Door System Alpha 1, because you're going to need 2 inputs per gear door system. So Gear Door System A1. The next thing is you're going to make sure that this is a slider, and you're going to set your minimum to 0. Now, your max, that is how many seconds you want the door to delay for. So in this case, I want the door to wait 6 seconds before closing. So I'll set my max to 6. Default value 0. Gravity. This one is very important. You must set the gravity to 1. So the way that this works is the maximum value is 6, and if your gravity is 1, then every second it will reduce 1 point. So if you set your max to 3, then your gravity will decrease by 1 for 3 seconds until it gets back to the minimum of 0. If you set your gravity to 2 and your max to 6, then every second it will move 2 points, so you will only get 3. So setting this to 3 is exactly the same as setting this to 2, what we want it for 1. And sensitivity, make this a big number. Usually I just hold down the 9 key, click on something else, and then boom. So this is an error, 1e plus 21, typing that in won't work, but what you need to do is make it so big so that when you press it, it instantly jumps to the max number and there is no opportunity for it to miss getting all of the way there. You need that sensitivity very high. Positive key set to G, which is your landing gear key. If you've rebound that, then set your positive key to whatever your gear key is. Next we're going to need another input, create another new input, and this input also we're going to go GD System Alpha 2, because this is still System Alpha, but this is the second input for System Alpha. We're going to set this to a switch. You want your minimum to be 1 and your maximum to 0, because this is what's going to hold it open. Default step to 0, sensitivity to 1, and toggle key to G. That's all you need to do for that, so you just need these 2 inputs. Next thing, what you're going to want to do is you want to go to your gear door hinge here. You're going to click on your hinge like this, and you're going to set the things here. So Gear Door System Alpha 1 and Gear Door System Alpha 2. You want both of them on there. Don't worry about that saying new input. That's just because it's a new input. It's a little quirk of Flyout. Now you want to set Alpha 1 to 100 and new input to 90. Now, well, this is Alpha 2 to 90. So what that will do is you always want this 10 more than this one. Why? I don't know, but it doesn't work for me if you do it differently. So I always keep it like this. If you just do it like that, it works. then set mirror, and that will go to 90 degrees once the gear doors are open. So when you press G, or when the gear is down, these will be open 90 degrees. Obviously, if you want this 110 degrees, you make this 120 and vice versa. Now, as you can see on this nose gear, these doors are open 90 degrees, and if I retract the gear, even though this two doors haven't been programmed yet, this will wait 6 seconds and will close just like that, like I wanted it to. And if I press G to extend the gear, it will open instantly. Next, we're going to be making these front doors function. So for that, we're going to be making them open and then close once the gear has fully retracted. So inputs, create new input. Now what we're going to do is we're going to keep this a slider like last time, and this is going to be our gear door system Bravo. And so gear door system Bravo input 1. Slider once again, minimum 0, maximum 10, same as last time, default value 0, gravity 1, sensitivity, boom. So same thing as last time, max of 10 means 10 seconds, gravity of 1 means that it'll move one of these points every second. Positive key, G. Next we're going to create another input. This is going to be gear door system Bravo 2. This is going to be a switch, and unlike the other one, our minimum is going to be negative 0.1 and our maximum is going to be 0 to make it close again. Default set 0, sensitivity 1, and toggle key to G, or well, whatever key you have bound to your landing gear. Now what we're going to do is we're going to come here to these hinges here, and we're going to add those. So gear door system Bravo 1, gear door system Bravo 2. And we're going to make both of them 90 so that it opens 90 and closes 90. Set mirror, and I'm going to copy this and paste it to this one, and then set mirror so that that works as well. So now in the testing environment, if I press G to retract my undercarriage, you will see that these doors at the front open. They will wait for the 10 seconds, the rear door behind will close after 6, and then 10 seconds after they opened, the front doors will close. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed something. Give me suggestions on what you want tutorials on next. Thanks for tuning in to episode 2 of Angel's Flyout tutorial series. Yeah, like, subscribe, and all the other things I'm supposed to tell you.